Hello everybody, it's Barry again with a Sanctuary update on construction. A lot has happened since the last video that we put out, and to help me explain what's gone on so far is Elihu Sigmund, who's standing here in front of me. Elihu, for those of you who don't know, is our architect as well as our general contractor. So Elihu, if you wouldn't mind giving us an update of what's happened so far and what to look forward to. Over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Barry. Hello, everybody. The first thing I want to direct your attention to is the ceiling. The woodwork on the wood sculptural ceiling is complete. The lighting is complete. And basically, the fact that we've gotten as far as we've done on that has afforded us the opportunity to take the huge amount of scaffolding down that was primarily on this end of the sanctuary. And now you can sort of see a little bit more clearly how the ceiling not just ties into, but literally springs from the iconic arc wall of, that was there prior. So now that that work is complete, there's maybe just a few other items that are left to be installed lower than the ceiling from the wires that are hanging there. Those are the 8 tubular lights that are going to hang directly over the reading table. And those will go on just a little bit later because we don't want to damage them while we're still doing the rest of this work. The other is 4 speakers that are going to hang around that area. But this has afforded us the opportunity to take the scaffold down and really focus the next phase of our attention on the work on the floor. The other thing I think I want to point out about the ceiling before I talk about what's going on here on the ground is the Oculus itself. You could probably get a pretty good view right up in there now. So there's one more item left that we're going to start installing tomorrow with the help of this elaborate lift here. And it's going to kind of basically ring the perimeter of the white flat area that you see. And it's going to hang down just a little bit below the bottom of the wood ceiling. So it's going to kind of make that connection between that opened up Oculus. You can maybe get a sense of the amount of light that we're now getting from it, which is a huge difference from what we had before and is even greater than we had hoped. Now back here on the ground, as it were, the first thing we did is we saw cut a big chunk of the middle of the old bima, the old platform, and basically this whole area that I'm standing in. And this is going to be the place where we're now going to have the new steps that will connect the new lower bima with the original higher bima. And there'll be about 5 steps that go up here, and there'll be very gradual steps, not very steep. And so that's what that effort was. The other main thing that we've been working on is framing in and leveling at the same time the floor. As you probably know, the floor has a big bowl type slope in it, and all the framing here is an effort to create a new level area so that the elevation that you are at when you enter the doors is going to be the same as the other end of the sanctuary, east to west. That's where we're at. Some of the things that will be happening, some things that are happening offsite actually, in a shop nearby, we started fabricating some of the furnishings that will be part of the new bima. The benches that flank the reading table are the first ones since they're sort of built into it. And as you can imagine, once this is complete, we're going to pour that little section basically from about where Barry is standing to the wood now with something called a leveling compound. I don't know if Barry can get a picture of it, but there's a few hundred bags of that product sitting in the other corner. And that product is going to be what completes the level floor. After that, we're really going to get started on framing. You can imagine that'll give us a new flat area here. The next phase after that will really be trim work, finish woods and all of that. We'll start with the new center bema here. We'll frame it. We'll bring those pieces that are being built in the shop that get incorporated into it. They'll be brought on site, and all of that will start to come together. And at about the same time, we'll also start trimming out the entry doors on the opposite end.
Could you tell us a little bit, Elihu, about the hearing loop that's going to be coming onto the floor?
Absolutely. So on top of this framing are actually 2 more layers of plywood, and they both are there for structural reasons. They're also going to help make the floor feel very solid. These cavities will be insulated as well to help with that same effort. And on the top layer, they're going to route a thin joint, and in that, they're going to lay in a wire that's going to basically not only cover the central area where we've focused most of our work, but also we've added the 2 wings under the balconies, so they'll also be included in the hearing loop. The hearing loop is basically a system that allows the sound in the new AV system. The speakers that I referred to up in the ceiling are part of it, and it allows those to basically the sound go directly from the microphones that are part of that AV system directly into an individual's hearing aid via that loop. That's what the loop does. And so if someone has a hearing aid without doing any extra work, they'll automatically have that direct feed. So they won't really be hearing the sound through the speakers, they'll be hearing it directly from the microphone, directly into the ear. So that'll greatly enhance their ability to hear.
Great. Thanks so much, Elihu. I really appreciate the update. We'll do another one like this in a couple of weeks' time. But as you can see, Elihu and his crew have done incredible work here, and you can start to see it shape up, and we're all very excited. So thanks very much.
You're welcome. Take care.